The aviation industry today accounts for about 2.5 to 3% of the global carbon emission. The alternative low carbon solution compared to jet aviation is sustainable aviation fuel, which can reduce the carbon emission by about 85 to 90%. However, the adoption of this is only less than 1% today. There are a couple of challenges around it, the main thing being the cost and the feedstock availability.
I think SAF is definitely the answer. Without the need of investing in expensive infrastructure or new technology like engines, what we need to do is to scale it up and follow the growth of the aviation industry. In order to achieve that, what we need is to have a predictable and hopefully coherent regulation and subsidy support to make sure that the green premium is reduced. But also, we need to accelerate and ramp up the development of the whole ecosystem, starting with addressing the availability of feedstock, the scaling up of manufacturing, and then importantly to us, the development of alliances that will help us to fast track some of these developments early on, much earlier than even regulation is in place.
As governments across the world start to adopt meaningful SAF mandates that will bring about the commitment from suppliers such as us, as well as the fuel oil producers, and hence that will bring about the capacity, and hence I think over time the cost will come down. The second thing being the feedstock availability. Apical is one of the largest integrated producer supplier of veg oils globally. We account to almost 8% of the global veg oil supply and about 25% of the palm oil supplies globally. We are an integrated supplier. Hence, we are able to efficiently and sustainably extract waste and residue from our supply chain. Singapore is a leading business and aviation hub. It's also very well located when you look at Indonesia and Malaysia being the two largest palm oil producers. Being strategically located, they're able to get ample supply of feedstocks, hence they don't need to worry too much about the feedstocks. And as far as being a leader in the aviation industry, I think it's important for Singapore to adopt a meaningful SAF mandate.
Europe announced in April this year Refuel Aviation, and it provides a very clear and coherent framework on the mandates that will apply to all the players in Europe. To me, the most important opportunity for us is creating a coherent framework that will allow investors to have certainty on the investment horizon, but also operators to have clear understanding of the rules across the region.
We have committed to sustainable aviation fuel and in the form of feedstock. We look for partnerships across the world.
The time to act is now. I really think that aviation is a force for good, and we need to support that industry by helping it to decarbonize and making it sustainable as it grows over the next 10 years.